Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope we're in a fantastic and amazing day today. Now, we are in kind of a little bit of a situation here. Most of our resources are zero. Pretty bad. We did just get a batch of immigrants, and as you can see, we're already down to 6. I do have a couple more people up here on a couple new farms, trying to make some more broccoli, trying to feed the immigrants that we just got. I have a couple other things going on in place that I'm hoping are going to kind of resolve some of our issues here. The one thing being, at the end of the last episode, we got a mine going. So we have Cleveland working hard in our mine right now, getting us coal. I would like to allocate a couple more people into that coal mine to try and supplement the need for timber to heat our houses. We can use coal instead. I'd like to do that. I do have this big patch of stuff to be gathered up, so that's what's going on right now in the background. As you can see, we have tons and tons and tons of little tool icons above people's heads. Not great at all. So right now we're using iron ore and that timber to be making ourselves iron tools. I do have 2 people working in there right now, trying to get as much tools coming in as possible. With the iron, we are just picking it up right now from the ground. So we have to keep our eyes peeled on that until we get another mine going and getting iron through that mine. That's all we can really do. So it's something that we need to get into for sure. What I would like to do in this episode though, I want to grab a couple of reeds off the reed field here, get somebody working in there. And then I'm going to come up over in here, and then we're going to go to knitting, and I want to get a knitting workshop started. What I would like to do mostly with the reeds is under logistics, we can get baskets. So you can gather reeds just around town and around the river to make baskets, but we will need the the knitting workshop to actually make those baskets. So we're going to have to go knitting, and then I will be getting into baskets eventually here. So we do have 1 point ready right now. Let's get it started up. We can get our workshop placed and then hopefully built up by the time that we're ready to actually get some reeds gathered up. So, knitting workshop right here. We're going to go ahead and plop this guy. Well, we could even start to do some things across the river here. I do have a graveyard that I added in, and I'll talk about that in just a second here. Let's go ahead and we'll pop this one knitting workshop in right here and get it started up. This cemetery is getting pretty full, so I decided to put in another cemetery over here. So when this one's full, we'll delete it, and then this one will be our primary. I think what I'm going to do, instead of replacing this cemetery with another cemetery, I'm going to leave it open, and we'll build some houses in there. We'll have an okay amount of houses over here right now. We have a few planned, but we do have quite a few people in the interim housing. I would like to get into a house. So let's go see what we got going on up here. So we're almost done gathering up these things. What I want to do is get these people allocated into some jobs so that we can get some things happening. We did also get buffaloes as well. So we got a buffalo pasture working right now. The butcher is making us meat chops. So we got that in the last episode as well. In our curing workshop, we had set to fish, and this guy was just sitting here twiddling their thumbs. So I swapped it to meat chops, and it's still not really doing that great. So I'm considering even taking somebody out of this until we get an abundance of pastures happening where we have tons and tons of meat happening and butchers working really hard, where we can have a good excess of meat chops to get it over here. This thing seems to just not really be worth it. If I could have somebody be gathering fish maybe instead of sitting here, that's what I would like to do. So I'm thinking to take the curing workshop person out of there for now. The butcher I want to leave for sure because it's turning the 10 things into 15. So I want to leave that in there, maybe put somebody else in there to hasten it a little bit more. What we could do if we actually had some food is we could ban meat chops from eating so they get processed only, and that would make the salted meats. But since we're still at 0, we really can't afford to do that. So we got lots of broccoli happening. We have a little bit of meat going on, and we have 2 hunters' huts, 3 out of 3. And we do also have some fishing docks here, also looking for some more people. So now that this should be pretty much cleaned up, we got a couple of our farmers up there cleaning it up too. Let's go ahead and get some assigning happening. We do have a little bit of reed. We got 35, so let's get one person working on reeds. We'll keep our eyes on that, and if it gets to the point where there's just too much going on, we can nix it. And then let's also go ahead, and I want another 4th person in this fishing dock, and that's going to already put us down to 4 laborers. Another thing that I would like to be working on here is trying to get some more permanent timber coming in. So what I was thinking was, if we go ahead and do a forester hut or 2 up over in here, we could be planting and harvesting as well. So I think I'm going to start with the one. Again, we don't have a whole lot of people to deal with to actually employ there. So let's get it put in and get it built. And then eventually, we do have another immigrant batch on the way. We'll get some people working in there, and that'll be good to get that finally working pretty good. The ones we have now, the forester huts here, I mean, 20 timber a year isn't hardly anything. But I did notice this. Look at this. So if we hit H, look at all these goodies that we have sprinkled around in here. So if I go to command and gather plants, I mean, look at how many things we have here that we could gather up. Now, I'm really tempted to do that. Let's do it. I was hesitant because the gatherer's hut, that's their job, right? So let's just manually gather it up, get a little bit of a boost, and maybe we even take somebody out of there for a little bit and maybe have them do some fishing for us instead. Just a little bit of a thing to get some more food happening. I'm just trying to not have everybody starve to death here. And then I'm really hoping that the coal is going to help with our timber needs. We absolutely need to put more people in there, though, to really get it going. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put one more person in there. We just got to wait for another group of immigrants to get here. It feels like as soon as you get the immigrants, they're gone right away. So that's kind of how it goes. We got things, we got to feed the immigrants that are coming in, and we're trying to get some headway going. Let's go ahead and check out our production on food just ever so slightly in the green. We did have a caravan arrive as well some time ago with that ton of rice that we got. I can't tell you how quick that disappeared. Oh, it's here. Oh, it's gone. Very, very quick. It was just insane. We got it. It just didn't really last very long. Okay, so our trading post, we need 4 people to do anything with that. We did just get our knitting workshop completed, so we are going to be ready for some baskets. So, ooh, this guy takes bamboo as well, but we don't have any of that yet. So we have reeds ready. Let's go ahead. We almost have our tech point, so as soon as we get that, we'll go ahead and get it going. The reason why I want to go into baskets is because this is going to increase the carrying capacity of each of our peoples. So if we go ahead and we click on one of these people here, you can see that, oh, also we have backpacks because we had an event that showed up and gave us some backpacks, but the carrying capacity is going to increase right here. So inventory size, 0 out of 170. The basket is going to give us plus 50. So until that backpack wears out, that's going to be 230 things that our people can carry around in one go. So check this out, baskets plus 50. So that's why I want to get into it. Better efficiency. That means more timber more quickly, more food more quickly, and all, more efficiency, all the better. On top of that, I would really like to get to the packet expansion in this episode as well. Increases carrying capacity by 80. So that's pretty significant. That's going to be 140 more carry weight per person. It's huge. So let's get that basket. We'll get a couple of those started up over here. Get this guy set to basket. And boom, on our way. So that's what my plan is. I want to get some more of that stuff happening. Lots more carrying capacity, lots more things moving around. Everything to get more efficient. We need the food. We need the timber. Let's do it. We are also really needing the tools, of course. But I've noticed that most of those little icon-y deals have disappeared for the tools. So it seems like having our 2 workers in here now is helping. We may need another smithy here to try and get on top of the tool demand, but we'll have to see if we can do that. We'll just watch our tools for a little bit now. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and just check out what the production looks like on those tools. If they're really close, yeah. So we're gonna need another smithy. Unfortunately, we just kind of have to have the tools. That's also another efficiency thing, by the way. So let's go ahead. We'll get another one planned up. I want to keep this row for some more distillery, so I'm gonna leave that alone there. But we're gonna go about right in here. Let's get some more smithy action happening. Ooh, and it looks like most of these plants have grown back already. So again, let's do a little bit of a gather plants and get those things coming up. And then I do want to do another gather all. We got lots of trees out here. I got to hit H again to turn the trees back on so we can see them. And just get some stuff marked up for gathering. We got 3. I'm going to wait a while here and just kind of let the game do its thing. Get some stuff gathered up. And we're waiting for those immigrants to get here. Once those immigrants get here, I'll bring it back. We just got another batch of immigrants. And we're picking up some other stuff right before winter gets here. And we're looking all right. I feel like the help with the extra efficiency and carry weight with the baskets that we got is starting to produce results for us. We have managed to get up to 200, which was our production limit for domestic fuels. I upped it to 300 just because we seem to be doing all right. And we're using up some dried animal dung for that for the most part here. A little bit of timber here and there. And I'm thinking with the 15 people we have now that we gotta put a couple more in the mine here. Let's go ahead and do 2. We'll see how that plays out here. I am putting in 2 more pastures right here. We don't have any builders right now. Let's go ahead and throw somebody in that. Get those 2 things built up. I'm thinking that we just split out our turkeys. And the reason for the turkeys is because this right here, 93 turkeys per last year, as opposed to the alpaca, which is 16. Now, true, alpaca gives you the fats and the wool and the poop anyways, but I'm going for food really right now. So I'm thinking 2 more pastures, more turkeys. We're going to have tons of food. We'll probably do another butcher or maybe throw another person in there to help hasten that up a little bit. But I think with 4 people in the mine right now, we should be all right, starting to get better and more all right for the domestic fuels thing. Get that figured out, and then we can start really focusing on some other stuff. We're having some problems with our spirits again. We're at a whole 0 alcohols, so we got to do a few things. I am going to pause the game quick. We're going to go to caravan. We don't have any cats left, so we're going to get some more cats. We are going to purchase. We're going to go cats. Let's see. How many can we get here? Let's go 17, 25. I'm going to go 2. Well, that's not very much, unfortunately. What we're going to do once the cats get here and we go to sell to Carlos, I think we are going to sell some cutlery that we got. We got 415 from an event. We could ship this out now. That thing why I'm not going to ship it out now is because I'm trying to get to the cactuses with Carlos. And that's a pretty good rep gain. In the meantime, though, I think what we are going to do is also buy a couple of spirits. So that's not really going to work. Spirits are too expensive for what we can handle right now. So I think what we'll do, we're going to try to hold off. We'll buy the cats. We'll go to Carlos. We'll sell the cats. We'll sell the cutlery. And we'll turn around and we'll bring some spirits back. So let's go ahead and get this off and on the way. It's going to help our rep a little bit with Rania, but not a ton. So let's go ahead and get it going anyways. Now we're down to 7 people. We do have the 4 people in the mine. I think that's going to be okay for now. Let's leave the 2 open for our pastures here. So that's going to put us about 5. So I think we'll be okay with about 5 for now. 5 laborers is good. Keep them running around and doing things around for us. We need more meat chops, and I'm hoping that the extra turkey will help to accomplish that. Now, it is wintertime, so we can go ahead up and gather some of the things around here. With the farmers also not being on the farm right now, we have a little bit extra people to get some stuff done. Our happiness is hurting because those spirits. We're suffering from unwilling to procreate right now, and work efficiency is lower. So I think what I want to do to help with that is maybe clear out some more of this area for some farms. Farms are kind of not the greatest thing to do right now, just because of the number of people we have. And it takes 2, and we're just kind of divvying it out. So that would leave us with 3 laborers. But I think what I'll do is I'll swap this one to be agave. And then if this one gets done in time, which it should, then we'll go ahead and throw 2 more people in there. Get some more broccoli happening. We'll see how we are after that. I'm not ooh, crap. I just noticed something. We have no water. We got to get that figured out here. So let's go ahead and put another person in the well here. We'll see how that ends up. What's the production looking like? Ooh, we're going to need both of those probably. Let's put, oh, that sucks. I didn't want to have to do that. Okay, so we're back to 7. I guess we did just get 2 people as laborers. So that's pretty good. That'll help with that. We're back up to 7. Let's pick up some of the stuff we got marked here for the season. It'll be a good way to start the year. And we are doing okay with our fuels. I think the coal is helping us a little bit. We even have 100 wood, over 100 wood. That's pretty good. It's good for us. So things are turning around a little bit here. We're still struggling with that food issue. And hopefully the 2 more people in the water is going to help us out quite a bit. I think it will. We have done tons and tons of gathering around here as kind of what you have to do before you can get your wood really set up and working on its own. So yeah, you can get these big naked spots everywhere. That's what that's from. When I show you all those things inside this little forested area, we've been gathering those a lot. I don't even have the gatherer's hut going anymore because I've been taking all of the things from there, and so it kind of doesn't do anything. So we'll keep marking it, keep having those guys go out there, cut down the trees, gather up the fruits and whatnot for us, and keep feeding the people with that. That's basically our best bet for now. So we can have about 100 days left until this caravan gets back, until we can turn around, go visit Carlos, and that'll be great. We're still waiting on a little bit of building reaction to get some of these other things going in our pasture here. We also have another smithy that we thought we might need. It looks like we are in the green though with the tools now, pretty substantially. So apparently that second person we put in here was pretty good. So I think I'm gonna pause the smithy, and we won't use any more resources on it yet. We'll need another one eventually, but not super necessary right this moment. It looks like our knitting workshop is really in need of some reeds. So let's go ahead and put another person there. Well, 3 people. We'll leave it like that. And then we'll have 4 when the caravan comes back. Looking at 7, we'll turn around, be back to 3. We don't have any new immigrants on the timeline yet. I think we'll just let it be for a while, and we'll continue to do our gathering, a little bit of building here and there, and waiting on some people. So I'll bring it back in just a moment. When we get our caravan people back, we'll set it up for Carlos and see if we need to adjust anything. What else we gotta do? Let's see what we're looking for our domestic fuels. I think we're gonna be good. So we may need to move some people around. So give me 1 minute. I'll bring it back once the caravan gets here, and hopefully we have some more immigrants on the timeline. All right, our caravan from Rania has returned. We now have the 2 cats, and we are gonna go ahead and go to Carlos. We got 4 caravan members. We're buying insurance. We were selling the cats. We had 19 obsidian from some event, and then 415 cutlery from an event. And we're gonna go ahead and sell all of those, which is a pretty substantial amount of money for early game. And then we're going to go ahead and purchase 250 spirits and 700 potatoes. And we need the spirits because of our terrible happiness, and the potato because we need some food around here. So we'll go ahead and form it. 233 days, and we have more immigrants on the way. So because of that, we have been building up a couple of the houses over here, using a little bit of our timber. But check this out. We are at max, even at 300. So it's looking pretty good for our domestic fuel action over here. Okay, so we are looking at 7 labors. Pretty okay. Our happiness is going to get better when those spirits get back. It's going to take a minute. But we did get another tech point. I think we'll just go with the packet expansion like I talked about earlier. And we'll get that to really increase the carrying capacity. Really get the efficiency working over here. And I'm looking at this. We need another warehouse up here. Let's go ahead and get that started up real quick. Plop that right there, no problem. We have lots of broccoli going on, a couple of agaves, and I'm hoping that 2 agave farms are going to be enough. Keep this guy up and running, make our own spirits, and then we don't have to be so reliant on importing them as often as we have been. I don't want to be so reliant on shipping in spirits like that. I mean, all we got to do is grow our own agave. So we're getting it worked out. It's taking a minute. But we'll keep that happiness up a little bit. And the little bit of spirits we've been making has already made a little bit of difference. We're already in the orange. So when the trade caravan comes back with a whole bunch, it'll be looking really great. Apparently we are in the green now with our water. I haven't touched those. We put 6 total people in all of our wells there. So it's working. It's working well. And so that's good. Our tools are also recovered. It looks like our clothing might be the next thing, and then it's kind of wavery. So let's go ahead and get one more worker in there and trying to get that build up a little bit. I'm going to bump this to 300 as well and just get a little bit more clothes happening. We're going to have more people coming in. We're going to need more stuff. So the 4 houses gave us about 10 occupant space here, and we're going to need a little bit more than that. Ooh, voices from the well. It is said that there was a gurgling sound and even a muffled voice in the well, even though no one was fetching water. Citizens who live near the well are starting to feel scared. Do you investigate the well? Yeah. Water fetchers were carefully checking the well when a translucent ghost suddenly emerged. The ghost took out some candies, seemingly inviting the citizens to eat some together. Confirm. 507 fruit candies. Wow, that's really great. Okay, that's gonna help our happiness for sure. We need to build a couple more houses, so we'll activate these few over here. All right, those are going. We did get our pasture ready, so let's go ahead and turkey it up. We're gonna go ahead and separate. Boom. And then we're still waiting on one more. We did get this guy finished up over here. But I was thinking that I probably should just put a couple more people in here to fell the trees instead of building a whole nother one. For now, we're going to need it eventually, but for now, we'll just leave what we got here. We're doing all right. We're doing okay. All right, we have about 100-ish, a little bit less than 100 days left for this caravan to get back. Let's check out where we're at for our faction rep once it does return. We have about 70 days left for this caravan to come back. I think what we'll do is wait for that, and we'll see where we're at for our rep, and maybe we can plan on what we're gonna do for cactuses once we get that rep. It's only T1, so we should be, let's see how close we are. We should be pretty close. Okay, we're about halfway, so we'll see where we're at. We'll wait for this caravan to come back. We'll get really close for this other batch of immigrants to get here, and we'll have food. Our caravan is just pulling in, and I heard the chime, so we have tier 1 with Carlos. That's going to give us some cactus and a cactus workshop. That's going to be really great. We're going to need to utilize these for sure. So we go over here. We now have cactus seeds. And these are so great. But since we already are in the middle of the season, let's hold up. I'm going to finish up the broccoli here. And then I'm probably going to swap out. Let's do like this whole, let's go 3. We'll do this top row in cactuses. Let's get a little bit of a workshop happening, and then we will be looking pretty good with food, I think. So right there, we're going to get that plopped up. We're working on another warehouse here. It's still getting built up. We still needed some timber. With the 4 workers that got back from the caravan, we were going to mark some stuff up. Doing some summer gathering here, you know, just like we have been. And I think that's going to be it for this episode of Settlement Survival. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this one. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night.